Hello everybody and welcome to another Mystery Box Function Challenge. In the purple mystery box there is some math and your challenge is to figure out what that is. You can use the link in the description to try this out on your own, and when you think you've got an idea, come on back and see if we get the same thing. Alright, I'm going to begin with a 0. So we're getting the negative infinity error right away. So I'm thinking maybe rational function, maybe it's a logarithmic, maybe it's something else, but rational functions are it's pretty common to get that kind of error. Let's get some more points on here. Okay, 1 gives us a -2. How about a 2? I'm going to go further out. 5 gives us 0.4. How about 8? Okay, I am definitely thinking, well, I'm thinking rational because of the way the numbers look. I'm also going to put in a 1/2 and see what this looks like as it approaches that, what I think is an asymptote. That's way down at -5. How about a 1/10? And we're way down off the graph at 1/10. Okay, so I think it's approaching that y-axis as an asymptote. Let's see what's on the other side in the negatives. Okay, and how about a -2? Right, maybe a -5. And let's do a -1/2. Okay, so we've got the two arms that you associate with that rational function, 1 over x. It's not exactly 1 over x, although I do think it's x on the bottom. And the reason I think it's x on the bottom is because we have an asymptote at x equals 0. And when you put in, if you just have x on the bottom, you put in 0 there, it blows the function up. And that's why it goes up to negative infinity, or down to negative infinity, up to positive infinity on either side, because the function is undefined there. So I think it's x on the bottom. What do we have on the top? Well, it looks like we're approaching this line y equals 1. This line right here, y equals 1, as an asymptote. It's approaching here on this side and here from here on this side. And that usually happens when you have the same coefficients of the highest degree on the top and the bottom. So it could be x over x. Although if it was x over x, that would just be 1 everywhere along here. So there's something else going on. And I think we should just pick an easy point. Let's maybe pick 1. So what would happen if we put in 1? I'd have a 1 on the top if this is just x over x, and a 1 on the bottom. And I want to be at -2. So how can I do that? I could subtract 3 up here, and that would give me a -2 over 1. So if I had x minus 3 up here and just x on the bottom, that would work for this point. It would definitely work for 0 because you can't put 0 on the bottom here. What about, let's try a -2. Okay, so -2 minus 3 over -2. -2 minus 3, that's a -5 over a -2. So that's going to be a +5/2. That's 2.5. That's exactly what we get here. So I think we've discovered this one. Let's go ahead and reveal it. Yeah, x minus 3 over x, and let's graph that as well. You can see those arms of the classical rational function. Well, how'd that go for you? Did you think rational? Well, let me know. Thanks, everybody.